Well, I'm saying Bredo because he did a routine and Bredo came up and it was absolutely hilarious. Bredo!
Yes,
You know, it's funny, as long as I've been in comedy, I know comedians and how we think, you know, sometimes we tell real life stories, but the audience laughs and thinks it's a joke. So sometimes I get confused. Bredo, is it true or it was a joke?
No, it was a joke.
It was a joke. Well done. It was awesome.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Well, how did you get into comedy, man?
Well, I started comedy. I would say comedy, I've been doing comedy my whole life, but I started comedy about 4 years ago at somewhere in Tema. I normally go to Tema Tiavana, Comedy 9 to perform. Okay. They have this show they always do on Sundays, but it's for just musicians and dancers. So I went there and I was like, I'm coming to perform. They said, what do you do? Do you dance or you sing? I said, no, I'm a comedian. The guy was like, comedy. Okay, let's give you a try. I came, my first time, they didn't really like it, but I was like, no, I'll go there again.
Oh, really?
I went there the next time, and then I felt like, yeah, the audience are now.
So the first time, they were not, their reaction was low, they were not thrilled?
The issue is that they didn't expect comedy. So, like, you are cracking your joke. It's funny, though, but I said, like,
it was the wrong place.
So I came back the next time. I said, they watched me first time, so they enjoyed me a little bit. The next time, they were now ready. So I cracked, and as I kept going, I realized that, okay, the people loved me. So I kept moving on and on. So actually, after my SS, I didn't pass all my papers. I had a problem with my science. I had E8. So I had to write, but I told my sister, no, I cannot go and write this Novdek. It's too stressful. I can't write. She forced me, and then finally I decided to write. So I was going for classes at Comedy 5, was in Ideal College. And that's where I met this guy who said he's a musician. He's an upcoming musician. He's called Bobolibo, that's the name. So he gave me his music to listen to. I also gave him my videos. But I listened to his music, but I think he didn't watch my video. So after about 3 days ago, he called me and was like, wow, I watched your video. I think you are good. I want to link you up with this comedian. I said, which comedian? He said, Obi. By then, I've been watching Obi on YouTube. So I was like, wow, that's amazing. He gave me Obi's line. I called Obi. Obi so selfless. Like, he showed me how to meet him. Then that was how
wow.
Started.
So you linked with Obi. Yeah. First of all for Obi, man. Okay.
Yeah, so Obi helped me to perform my first show at Laugh Kitchen.
Okay.
Yes. But he was not there that day. So he came later and asked me how was the performance. So Lexy was there. Lexy came. Lexy saw me performing. So Lexy just told him that actually this guy is so good. So I was amazed by Lexy's answer. So I didn't talk, and then that's where we took it from. And so when he's going for his show, he will invite me. Then his manager also started showing interest, and then from there, the journey continued.
Wow! Yes. Put your hands together, man. The day I saw you were very, very talented. I think it was the day. I think it was. Night of Laughs, DKB was the MC. When they introduced you, the auditorium was very low. The attendance was very low. You know, and I know the energy of comedians. You need that energy to drive comedy. Yeah. So when they said this new guy from Ashaman,
and I was the first person.
You were the first. Thank you. And you were the first.
Yeah.
And you came and you thrilled us.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized this guy has talent. You know, because for a new person to come to an almost practically empty place and just get the whole place excited, I was like, this guy is talented.
You know, when I started comedy, sometimes you go upstage and then the crowd is like, you are cracking the joke, they are not following. Yeah. But I said to myself, if I'm afraid I'll fail, I'll always fail. So I have to take that bold step. If I go, they don't laugh. If I crack a joke to you today, you don't laugh, I make sure the next time I come, I'll crack the same joke to you, but you laugh more than you expected. So that's how I try to do. And then I always come back strong. And then the funny part of the whole story is that my science that I went to write, my sister advised me to go and write. The results came out and I passed very well.
You had passed?
Yeah. It came like, I said, God is just opening the way for me. Like I had to write my science pass, and then through that I'll meet the comedian that will take me to climb bigger stages, and then that was how.
So Obi was the one that gave you the push.
Yeah. Obi is so good. Like he's a father to me now. KSM is my grandfather. But Obi is my father.
He's your father. Yes. Wow.
I've always wish to see KSM, but Obi is my father. So I call KSM my grandfather. So granddaddy, I'm here today.
No, honestly, I was so impressed. What about your material? Do you do your own material or you pick others and then? Okay.
Actually, I like teasing a lot.
Like teasing?
Yes. So, for example, I was teasing a friend that, oh, me tease soon. Then I realized that, okay, DKB's head is big and DKB is popular. So I went upstage. I said, growing up, I thought my head is big until I met DKB. And then the crowd, they liked it. And then I felt like, that's how I get my materials. Like, I actually tease my friends.
Because you have a lot of wit in your material, you know. It's not your normal flow of comedy where, you know, you have wit. The whole routine you did about your friend who was talking like an American.
Yeah.
A shaman guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that routine?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, you had to also speak like an American to tease him. It was perfect. Congrats, man.
Thank you very much.
You know, we really have the talent in Ghana, you know, except we don't appreciate our own. That's the saddest part. You know, because the routine that I saw this guy do just blew my mind. I said, this guy is talented. Bredo!
Yo,
so Bredo was a joke? You were lying?
Yeah, Bredo was a joke. But actually, when I started comedy, I was using the name T-Bread.
You were using T-Bread?
Yeah, it's when I met Obi, and then Obi told me that, listen, this T-Bread thing, if you come upstage, people would think you are coming to do this in comedy style. So,
okay.
Like, they would
change T-Bread.
So change that T-Bread. But my friends normally call me Ranzy because of my name Razak. My real name is Nuhu Razak. So
okay, so Nuhu Razak. So that's a go Ranzy.
Yeah, they call me Ranzy. I said, okay, then let me use the Ranzy. And then I just had to keep the T-Bread somewhere. But then I have jokes about T-Bread that I have to crack. So in other, if I come on stage and I have to crack T-Bread, I have to remind you that I used to use that name T-Bread. Okay. But now it's no more. So that's how I had that Bredo joke, and then you enjoyed it.
It was lovely. Jibriel, have you seen him?
Apparently, I haven't seen him perform anywhere. And if not today, I never knew he's my tribe mate. We come
from the same area?
Yes, we are from the Sesala side. He's from Bowisi and I'm from Wandonotumu side.
I see.
And we are all Sesales.
Fantastic.
I never knew.
Show some love for the Sesales, man. And while we're here, I'm going to introduce one other guy and to join us. This guy, I recently heard his real name is Emmanuel Anson. Something was your friend Emmanuel Anson. Because the name that I know and that we all know is Lekzy Decomic. Put your hands together. Show some love for Lekzy. Finally, Lekzy, man, you were listening to him.
Yeah.
And what did you go through, man? By the way, Lekzy is from what is it, Sunyani?
No.
I am. The Polytechnic. Where
I went to Takoradi Polytechnic.
Takoradi Polytechnic, and he's a graphic designer.
Yeah.
What happened, man?
Unemployment. When hardship hits you, you find a talent for yourself. I've been doing comedy from childhood. They used to call me, as the account would say, "They only Jimmy there." I never knew. I never felt comfortable with them tagging me as a Jimmy for. But when they started making money, I'm so proud when you call me. No.
But you know, this is the thing, and I tell parents all the time, when you have a little kid, whatever they're doing so well, it's a talent. Yeah. You see, they'll call you Jimmy for, you know.
My dad wanted me to be a doctor, though. So I remember after school, when I come back, my dad will be throwing me up. My son will be a doctor. My son will be a doctor. At some point, when reality hit me, it was expecting me at least manage herbal doctor or something. I couldn't even succumb to this herbal doctor for this man. But as James Brown would say, I'm a humor therapist. So now, whichever way, I'm still healing people through laughter. So it's still manageable. Yeah, so
you went to the Polytechnic to study graphic design.
Graphic designing. And I remember when I was in secondary school, I used to rap. I was a singer in church, and when I went to secondary school, I developed the talent of rapping. I used to mimic other people's rap, then I started writing my own rap. So I was in this rap group. Anytime we sit to discuss our next line of action, like what song we are going to, whatever they would discuss, then I'll just convey the whole thing into a different level. They will laugh, I forget we have an agenda. So after school, I remember my friend, big shout outs to Jem, I owe him this success. Everything that I earned through comedy is through this guy. He saw the dream maybe before I pursued it. He called me and said, Lexy, I want you to do comedy. Because way back you had this thing.
Really?
And he kept hearing people say, GH comedians are not funny. And it's like, I have this friend who is funny. He used to be a radio presenter at Focus FM. So he one time called his programs manager, called me on phone and said that he wants me to pursue comedy. If I pursue and I don't succeed, he will stop doing radio presenting.
Really?
My first shot at comedy, if I don't do well, he will stop radio presenting. So it was a bet. And I said, okay, I'll do this thing for this guy. And if I don't, I just want to do it for him. I know I won't succeed. So if I don't succeed, then he can allow me to rest. So I went to comedy bar, then big shout outs to James Brown. When I got there, James Brown was like skeptical. He was like, you know, I'm giving you 2 minutes, just go. I went on stage, first 2 minutes. I think my first 30 seconds I had a standing ovation. The next one I had a standing ovation. Then James Brown gave me 2 minutes, was back there telling me that.
Continue.
Then that was, I was so comfortable, I was so happy. I was like, this is where I belong. Ever since when I go for lectures, whatever there's lecture, I feel like I'm supposed to be there talking. Like they're supposed to be here listening to me instead. Yeah. And I've never had a turning back with this whole thing that I started. So yeah, God has been good. So far, so good.
Fantastic. And it's amazing because I'm listening to you and I'm thinking parents, you know, and the trend has changed. The narrative have changed.
Yes.
There are few people out there who still say GH comedy, but I think that is dying down. Yeah. You know, I think you guys have made that point that this thing is loose talk now.
My dad, the funny thing, my dad is the funny one in the family. I took this whole thing from him. But initially when I wanted to start this whole thing, my dad was the one not really in support because a father will pay school fees, expecting you to like invest whatever he popped into you as a person into so that he can make money for me. Because family will be like, hey, your child went to the polytechnic, went to the university, and after he's doing something reasonable with the certificate. I came for like 2 years, I wasn't making any money from comedy. So when I greeted, I tell him, Daddy, I'm going out to perform. He'll be like, Niaka weni, obekwa basa, osabejimi husika. So my first paycheck, I remember I just dropped it on the table for him to see. He saw the zeros. And I was like, Kwame, ejuma yemu. I was like, hey, and ejuma be buebusi. Okay, next to me with jokes be I wasn't be trauma. And it's been amazing. My dad, since that time, my dad has been. Sometimes people call him, I saw your son on TV and everything, and you can see the joy on the face. Like he's so happy and everything. Yeah, no, it's been good. It's been good so far.
So far, what I like about you, I was telling him how the audience was so little, but how he came to change the whole thing around. When I also realized that you really had it, of course I knew. Was your last show that you did, was it at the National Theatre?
National Theatre.
Not the last show, but your last show.
That was the dream.
That was a dream.
I wanted to be, have my show at the National Theatre.
I remember calling you because you were doing so much. You were distributing tickets, doing everything. And then your interview before the show, I looked at the interview, you looked trained. I sent you a text, right?
Yeah.
And I said, Charlie, you know.
Get some rest.
Get some rest before the show because you do look tired. And I came to the show. And that's when I was amazed. Yeah. It's the typical perfect mentality. The show must go on. Yeah. You came out on stage like you have just come back from a long sleep.
The energy. Whilst I was a stage too, I even turned out to be the usher. Because sometimes you call it, there was this personality at the gate needs to, and sometimes you'll be looking for your own people to help. They are not there, so I just have to rush and just go get them inside and come back on stage as if the stress and everything. But the National Theatre dream, has been long overdue. So I said to myself that this is not the time to fail. No, I am not supposed to fail. I remember I went to National Theatre. I wanted to partner with them for a show. They told me, I think the brand wasn't up there yet.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh, go consult one guy before you can come here and do your show. So I started, then my manager, big ups to Ato, he believed in me. He believed in me from day one. Comedy Bar, he has held my hand throughout this journey. Casa Entertainment, big shout out. We started this comedy show, Laugh Line, at the Silver Beds. And we were packing up the place. We moved from their smallest auditorium, that was 140 something. Then they gave us the next auditorium because people were standing and they were not comfortable with how we were overpacking them. They gave us the next auditorium, and that place too, we were overpacking the place. Then they gave us the biggest auditorium. So at some point we felt like the audience were complaining that the auditorium is too small for them. Fortunately, National Theatre called me and said, we've seen you do something right for like over the time, and we think we can work with you. So come over to the office, let's discuss. They said, in line with their theater festival, they want me to organize and that
comedy
was segment for them.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm all in for this thing. And that was how come the whole, that day you were there. I had no money to pay for radio, TV, so I just used social media, and I tried my possible best, and the numbers were overwhelming. It was very, very, very encouraging. And you gave me the reason to do this, because I said, if KSM can do it, why not me? I can also do it. Even in his old age, he's still packing up the auditorium, and me that I have fresh blood in. But why shouldn't I? So yeah, Daddy, I would say big shout outs to you too. Grandpa.
Have you featured him? Have you done anything on your blog?
Yes, I think.
Yes.
Laugh Line.
Yes.
Laugh Line.
Yes.
Okay.
The third or the second edition. Yes, I featured him. I think twice on my blog.
Okay.
Because his manager, the actor guy, very exceptional.
Fantastic.
He's a very fantastic
I like to meet
guy.
your manager. I've heard good things about him.
A very hardworking dude.
Very hardworking.
Very hardworking. I always say that negativity is not part of that gentleman.
Yes.
Yeah. He's a can-do guy.
He's a go-getter. Like,
yeah.
he go for it. Because for me, he pushed me so hard to come on board.
Okay.
Because of, but due to my busy schedules. And once in a while you'll be there. He himself will send you the article.
Wow.
He tell you, look, I've sent it to your mail. Go and check it out. I go pick it and edit it in a way, and I publish it. So
wow.
I've worked.
Let's take a quick second and let's check out Lekzy Decomic. Take a look at this.
But how many of you live close to a mosque? A mosque. Let me tell you, I love the time they pray, but there is one particular time they pray, it's just to wake you up. 4 a.m. And when you're not awake, the imam, he knows. He starts on a very slow note. Allahu Akbar. This time you hear the voice from afar, so you just shake yourself. But the imam knows that you are still not what? He goes to another child. Allahu Akbar. This time you hear it quite loud, so you pull your blanket. Imam knows that you are still not what? Allah, Mr. Mela was a tremor missing.
So how does it feel, man?
It's been amazing. Dad, let me tell you this thing. When I started comedy, every time we go for shows, and the likes of Jibriel come to our show, they'll be like DKB, Foster Romanus, and others. Even when I did so well, so I told God, no, I have to move from the others and be part of Lekzy DKB, and so that was the whole So DKB's point of view, when he said that was my first time performing at the National Theatre, he told me, I'm putting you on this show. I'm like, God, I want to change this story about the others. So I don't want to finish this show and be like DKB, Foster Romanus, and others. Then after the show, George Quay had this show on GH1, The Pandit. They discussed me for 45 minutes out of the 1 hour show.
Wow.
And I was so glad. And Graphic Showbiz placed me in the middle spread.
Wow.
That Lekzy was the overall best performer. But I was still not satisfied because people walk by the graphic, those who sell graphic, the vendors, and they don't get the chance to look in the middle spread. They just watch the front page. So I said, God, I deserve a front page. So 1,000 Laughs called, and I said, God, I deserve this one too, front page. Then after 1,000 Laughs, I had a standing. I think all the Nigerians that came, we had 1, 2 from Uganda. After the show, then they said, on front page, Lekzy and others. And I said, God.
Yeah. The name was you.
So they,
you and the others.
Yes, they bracketed, they put everybody, the Nigerians and called GH comedy, everybody in others. And I'm like, I stood up, so I was like, yeah, finally, God. I gave the graphic to my daddy. My dad was like,
yeah,
that's my son.
That's my son. That's my son. Put your hands together, man. Now, so, Ranzy now others, or he has moved on to?
Well, I think now I'm others.
Yeah, others.
Very soon. I'm trying to be like what he just did.
Yeah.
Like very soon it's going to be Ranzy and others.
And others.
Yeah. Right now I'm part of the others.
Lekzy and others.
Lekzy,
Don't put me in the others.
No, by that time you've grown like since I throw daddy, so you be somewhere.
Okay.
And others. Yeah.
Oh man, this has been fantastic, man. This is our Independence Day version, and I wanted to tap into the youth and show something before you all go. Yeah, right. So you are not getting very popular. Bredo. Yes, I like the name Bredo. You became very popular. Are you dating?
Yes, I'm dating.
You're dating? Yeah. Oh, why? Your chick is from Ashama or where?
Yeah, straight from Ashama.
She's from Ashama?
Yeah.
What's her name?
She's Belinda.
T-Brother?
No, she's Belinda.
Oh, Belinda.
Yes.
Okay. Show some love for Belinda, man.
Ranzy. It's Ranzy. It's not M, it's N.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Ranzy. Okay. Fantastic,
Straight
man.
from Ashama.
You're talented, man. You know.
Yeah. And I always say this, anywhere I go, I always mention Ashama.
Yeah.
That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
And I love
And that's your strength too.
Yes, that's my strength.
Yeah.
Because the support from Ashama
it's
is too
massive.
strong. It's too strong.
Wow.
Stonebwoy is from Ashama.
Okay.
The way we support Stonebwoy, the way they support Stonebwoy right now, that's what I want.
You are getting there.
Yeah.
You'll be there very, very soon.
Because Stonebwoy in Ashama, sometimes you can listen to somebody's music and we praise Stonebwoy for it. Yes, we don't care. So far as you like the music, it's for Stonebwoy. That's
really?
That's the
whoever is playing the music, yes. Stonebwoy there.
So I'm waiting very soon. You can listen to, what's the name? Basket Mouse Joke, and you go like, oh, Ranzy is too good. That's what I'm waiting for.
I don't know that whether I've told you before. I remember the first time I gave my area a shout out. I went home and the assemblyman was in my house. I was like, Cratch, what's with Jimmy? I'm going Jimmy.
You want it? Don't get us involved.
So,
yeah,
Are you dating?
Yeah, I'm seeing someone.
You're seeing somebody? Yeah. Have you talked about her in your jokes? Or say the boy and the kukura fine.
Yeah, I've tried.
That's true.
I've tried a couple of. There was a time. Nah.
Jibriel, you?
Yes, I'm dating.
Oh, wow.
I'm dating. A very supportive lady. She's
very supportive lady.
Yes.
What's her name? We hold on. Oh, there are plenty, eh?
Very tricky.
So you said that very supportive lady. Everyone say, I'm here.
No, but yes, she's there.
Big shout outs to lady.
Yeah.
Big shout outs to lady, man. Show some love, man.
She's very supportive.
But folks, it's great, man. I chose to hang out with these guys, man, and they're all extremely talented. You know, the blogger, he has his own YouTube station. Can you give it out so that people can?
Apparently, it's Yekasa TV on YouTube. TV. So when you go on YouTube, you search for Yekasa. With the Yekasa, the Y is 3 after Y 3.
Okay.
Even if you put the YE Kasa TV, you get it.
Okay.
So it's Yekasa TV, and then the blog is ghkasa.com.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's on the screen right now. Lexi, what is your next big thing that we should look out for?
For now, Laugh-Line has grown beyond the monthly, because there are too many monthly comedy shows in the system. So we just organized an annual big one big one for this thing for the year. So Ghanaians should watch out for another big one. If they loved the other one, meaning the next one will be blow their mind, and it's coming out better, bigger, and stronger. So anybody supporting the Lekzy brand, check me out on all social media platforms. Lekzy Decomic, Lekzy. Then Decomic, Decomic. Autocorrect will give you demonic. Please change it. Decomic. Keep following me on all platform, YouTube to Lekzy Decomic, and check all my videos out.
Fantastic. Ranzy?
Yeah, Shama boy.
Ashama boy. When do you have a poem coming up soon? Or?
Well, as of now, I don't have a show. I don't have a show of my own that I'm organizing. But when he has a show, he will invite me. When others have shows, they will invite me. But with time, I'm sure I'll work something out. And then my fans or anybody can follow me on Facebook at Ranzy Ray. The Ray is R-A-Y. On Instagram, Ranzy Ray, one word, Ranzy Ray. But the Ray on Instagram is double Y. And on Twitter, the Ray is also double Y.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're seeing it on your screen right now, as he's put it. And check them out, folks. I'm telling you, man, these guys are talented and they'll blow your mind.
Okay. So thank you to my designer, Ike Nete Essential, for clothing me, and to my management team, Casa Entertainment, for holding me down. At wherever you are, Charlie, keep the love and keep the support coming. I love you, bro.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Put your hands together for them, man. And these guys are doing videos, and you're hearing more from them. Stick around. We'll be right back.
The KSM Show.